Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Welcome back to an episode of Total Extreme Wrestling Cyberpunk Local to Global, where we are trying to take this very small backyard company and turn it into a global powerhouse. And it's been a bit of a hiatus since we last time played, probably about almost 3 weeks or so. Just sort of scheduling kind of didn't let me quite get as many times to book as I would like. So I kind of have to get caught up where we are here, but from what I remember, we are in a bad spot. We have a very low money. In fact, we took $8,000 in losses on our last show. We are down to a local size from our small. No prestige, very little momentum. Last show, we did have a 4-way championship announcement for the... excuse me. For the championship. Which, let me see if I can actually... This is all pre-booking, right? Yeah, okay. Trying to remember who we even had in there, but I think it was Eddie Kingston, it was Icarus, Kimberly, and Cyber Demon. Yes. Or it might have been Evil, actually. Fuck. I don't remember. It's been that long. It might have been Evil. I think it was Evil. Whatever. It's a backyard show. If we don't book consistently, that's fine too. So we have some problems. We have to figure out how the hell we're going to get back from local here, bring it back to small. We were talking about some stuff. We were talking about some alliances. And we did join the WWN, which we're not going to get much value out of this. What this really does is we won't take damage from them in the regional battle. And I think that's what happened if we look at how our regional was set up. I think we got screwed over there. We did do a little bit of hiring, namely Evil, who I believe is only wrestling through us, which is weird. No, he's working in New Japan too. Just somehow he's only a pay-per appearance, and we managed to get him over here. He does have a language barrier problem, which I want to address. We need to figure out if we could find at least another person that can speak Japanese that we can hire so he isn't so isolated. Speaks Japanese. Okay, let's see. I just want one person. Anybody? Tagaloa. Tagaloa is probably way too much money. 700 a show actually isn't horrible. Lance Archer is... I think I actually can't... Let me make sure I do that I actually can hire. There we go. Okay. Haggis actually isn't a bad shot. What's your skills at? Low, average, very weak. Nah. Cheerleader Melissa? Well, she does do a lot of work in Japan. I guess that would make sense. Way too much money, though. Well, who are you? Based in Southeast Asia. 5 years pro with a young lion status. From China. Average everything. Well, someone to talk to. Yeah, sure. As long as you're willing for us to go as low as possible. And no, I'm not covering you. Why someone would go from Southeast Asia to this show without having covered airfare, it's not my problem. They'll figure it out. So, I mean, that's not bad. We have some potential here because we do have Evil now. Eventually, Joey Ryan will no longer be hurt. I want to see where I can find. Let me find his medical. 3 days. So 3 days we'll have him back, and Pricks will have back in 9. Perfect. So that gives us a little bit of star power, which will be good. Because I think his popularity in our area is decent. Kingston's more, but Kingston's annoyed at us still. Evil actually is better off everywhere because of his New Japan work, and is happy with us, so we have some potential there. That gives us a little bit of star power that maybe we desperately needed, and hopefully we can kind of get up there. I'm not too concerned about the money at this point because we have a year to pay it off without going broke. We'll be fine, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. We'll deal with it. We do have this other show, and we're just not going to be concerned. I'm more concerned about moving up the ladder than I am about the finances. We'll see what it is. All right, let's go ahead and get to Hack the Planet. All right. Let's see. Looks like New Japan signed a bunch of people. Can we get Okada? No. I'm kind of curious now to see what random New Japan wrestlers I could actually hire. I'm kind of really curious, to be honest. I just want to look real quick. I'm still so shocked that we got Evil. A wrestler to hire. Who's available? Oh, wow. A lot more than I thought. Will Ospreay, Zack Sabre, Toriano. Marty Scurll, Michael Elgin. Elgin's might not actually be a bad. No, he's way too much money. Chucky T. Bad Luck Fale. Actually, also might not. He's actually not horrifically expensive. Shortlist that. In this save, Matt and Nick Jackson are still in New Japan. There is no AEW. A very different world. Naito is pay per appearance, and he's working in All Japan and Noah. What the hell? And he's only 1,700. Huh. I mean, hell. Why not? Robbie Eagles. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad option either. Only 600. It's not a bad option. What's your talent at? Below average, weak, strong. Might not be where we want him, but this might not actually be that bad of an option. I still can't get over Naito being available. That's funny. Wait. Takahashi and Tanahashi are both also available pay per appearance. You gotta be doing so much money. Yeah. That's something. Juice. Juice might not be a bad get either. If we could bring him over. He's not wrestling that many places. Ring of Honor, New Japan. Might not be a bad get. Something we'll keep in mind. We'll keep that short list going. And we'll see who we want to bring in. Ibushi is going to be way too much money. 1,400 actually is not as bad as I thought, and is oddly enough in the BJW Deathmatch Heavyweight Champion. That is a little odd, to be honest. Rich Swann is over in New Japan right now. Sure. Ishimori is available. 1300. Ooh, ooh. Um, hmm. That's something. That's something. All right, let's see what our mail is here. Jerry Ryan has returned. Jumboy Jody is unhappy with the push you're giving him. New booking position of Ring of Honor is available. Might need it. My money situation doesn't improve. Might change his show to Durger. Durger fixes Ring of Honor or ruins it. In any case. Jesus. Okay, let's go ahead and let's get. Joey's probably gonna get right to the main event. Upper mid Carter. Interesting. Okay. We can keep him at heel, I think is fine. Let me take a look. I need to take a better look at, actually, before I commit to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Two faces, Alpha and Ace Austin. Might actually want him as a face for now. Prick should be back. Or no, she might actually not be back yet. No, soon. Young boy Jody was upset with his push. He was a lower mid Carter. Upper mid. What the hell? Well, we did give him a push. We were talking about giving him a bit of a push, so good for him then. No, so we're gonna actually keep Joey as a heel then. Holy crap, Jody! I gave you like one win, like one freaking win. Okay. Decisions. Ben Wang's back here. We'll play him as a mid Carter face. It's fine. Boom. Okay. So I'll kind of, before we start, I want to check our creative meeting and see what we're looking at. Franchise players is fine. It makes sense. Next big things is Briggs. That's interesting. Hot prospects. Our younger stars have marked stars of future. Bushido makes sense for us. So Briggs, obviously, Volgar, Beast. Kingston, Ryan, and Neuromancer are our best talkers. Showstoppers, Neuromancer, Kingston, Evil, Ryan, and Lee. Ring Generals. Makes sense. Who's hot? Who's not? Young boy Jody. My number's fairly low. Time decline. Cyber Demon, Neuromancer are falling apart. Hidden gems. It's usually interesting to see who. No, not after what you did to my NWA save. No, no. Actually, though, as a tag team, could be interesting. Not gonna lie. No, thank you. Bob Echoes. And JT Dunn. Some interesting decisions there. I don't know about that. All right, let's go to the show. All right, let's see here. More notices. But it doesn't really matter to us what A. Kingston's doing. And pay raise request from the Whisper. I could do 50. You could be annoyed. It's fine. I don't have the money for it. We only gained $1,000 from that week, so yeah. We're not in that financial situation, bud. You can go somewhere else. All right. So now Pricks returns. And we finally got to the night that we need. So let's go ahead and get Pricks into the roster again. And before we lose ourselves into this, I do just want to look at what do we have going on in this show. So we have our 4-way battle for the championship. We have a potential feud with Kingston, though Kingston's going to be in the 4-way, so that's probably not going to happen. We have the Cyberhawk fighting for the tag belts. And we have Young Boy Jody continuing his rise. I think that's what we have for our storylines, too. Kimberly versus Cyber Demon. And Neuromancer trying to build his road to redemption. D-Katana as a tag team, going to be probably facing Cyberhawks. Whisper, we haven't really done much with this in a bit. It's not really done much, but we do have a Brian Connor match potentially, and then Young Boy Jody's moving up in the ladder. So we got some rough ideas of what we're going to do for Hack the Planet, I think. Let's go ahead and book it. But first, we have to get into the backstage. 63% is not bad. Nothing really going on. This is going to be random, but no locker room leaders, but we don't have that negative effect anymore of Evil being isolated in the locker room. They have people. He has someone to talk to, even if they're just talking to themselves. Basically, it's still fine. It gives them something. We have 104 fans. We did wrestle at the Wrestle Factory last time. And that is a hotbed, so that may not be a bad idea. Holds 200, only costs 300. Weak reputation, but at a hotbed. And I think that might be good. Let's go ahead and assign it as a venue. And let's go ahead and get ready to book the show. All right, so we got 109 minutes, 11 segments. Actually ran it pretty lean, all things considered. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So we start off continuing Young Boy Jody's road to redemption, and he fights the debuting Bin Wang and defeats him. It's got, subpar wrestling, decent reaction from the crowd, though. They seem like they're buying into Young Boy Jody. It gets a 19 E-. It's not great. Wang got an average rating for his debut gimmick, which is fine. Commentary gave it a boost. Match actually started to show at a strong start. Jody had a 28. Wang had a 12. It's fine. Wang's kind of just going to be our jobber. I mean, we really just hired him almost solely so that he's in the locker room with Evil. So, that's what it is. But we continue giving Jody some wins and giving him a little bit of momentum. We have The Whisper versus Brian Connor. Has a decent reaction from the crowd. Subpar wrestling. The Whisper defeats Brian Connor in 11 minutes by pinfall. Got the crowd hotter. They both were about even. The storyline of Shadow Looms in the Darkness starts to advance with the storyline. It's a 25E. It's not bad. Afterwards, Brian gets beat up and dragged to the back from the Whisper. He had tried to do this before unsuccessfully, but finally has actually succeeded in dragging him away, and we not quite sure what he has planned to do, but he had been scouting out people for a while and deeming them seemingly unworthy, and the Whisper finally has made a decision and has seemed to successfully taken and abducted Connor for God knows what. Gain heat, got the crowd hotter. They were into it. Got an E+, not bad. We have a video package showing the four-way main event, which actually is wrong. I actually don't think Evil is in it, but fine. The video, someone screwed up the video package and put him in it without it supposed to being in there. Has advanced the storyline and gained heat. I feel like Evil's not in it because Evil's in another match. I think Icarus is in it. I don't know why I put Evil in there, but that's fine. That video got a little weird, but we have the tag team champions, Cyberhawk, defeating D-Katana. D-Katana unsuccessful at trying to overthrow them. It's a 12-minute match. Nighthawk defeats Chris Stratler by pinfall. During the match, Razorhawk came out and actually distracted Bushido, which led to the loss. And Cyberhawk actually makes defense number 2 of their tag team titles. I figure we're going to keep it on them for a while. I have a suspicion that the chase will be interesting. We'll see how it goes, though. So, Silverhawk seemed off his game. They all did pretty evenly. D Katana's storyline gained heat, which is good. It does okay. The match is fine. We have debuting Joey Ryan versus Kefka. Joey Ryan's degenerate, cocky gimmick gets an above-average rating. This is kind of surprising. This is a comedy match. Kefka struggled, but he actually has a pretty decent comedy score, so I'm kind of shocked that happened. Gave the crowd a breather, which is what we wanted. Joey's improving in performance and technical. Kefka had a 19, Joey had a 27. And afterwards, we have Joey Ryan ending the match with his lollipop gag and a dick flip shtick, kind of introducing that. Got the crowd hotter. Seemed like it did what it needed to do. Got a 29E. It's not bad. Yeah, we have Neuromancer versus Evil, in which Evil handily defeats Neuromancer in 11 minutes by pinfall. Neuromancer was blown out by the end of it, though, and so even that 11-minute match was just too much for him. Something we'll have to keep in mind. Evil's improving his Rumble, and they got a pretty even ring room performance. It's just Neuromancer can't go. He gets gassed too easy, which is our problem. Gets E+, not horrible. And in our main event, we have Kimberly versus Icarus versus Eddie Kingston versus the Cyber Demon. Good heat, decent wrestling. Kimberly defeats all of them. Defeated Icarus by pinfall with a quick roll-up after Kingston and Cyber Demon got out to the outside, basically leaving the weak link in there, and Kimberly being able to make defense number 2 of the Grand Championship. Everybody was tiring by the end of it. Got the crowd buzzing, though. Advanced Kimberly's storyline. No improvements. It's fine. I kind of actually thought it would have been a little bit better than this, but that's okay. Afterwards, Eddie Kingston's returning injured back to the gorilla, and Gaff jumps the barricade and attacks him. The two have been kind of going at it from the previous show, and Gaff uses this opportunity to attack a weakened Kingston, assaulting him, leaving him injured, throwing him into barricades, and just making a big ruckus before he leaves him unconscious on the floor, and him loading over him. So kind of building up that dynamic between the two. I think we need to actually start a storyline for them, because I think that's going to be kind of the build-up for the two. It's a 30. It's fine. I actually kind of was hoping a little bit more here, but that's fine. And finally end the show with Kimberly celebrating her successful defense in the ring, giving the crowd something happy to look at, and does pretty good. Finally, we get a D-, which it seems about right for where we were. It's okay. Increased our show popularity in one area, which we know. Who was off? It was Silver. Give him some encouragement. We'll give Gaff. Good. And let's go with Bushido. Complimented. Okay. Please, please, please. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here what we got. Lost a lot of money. Gained a lot more prestige, a lot more momentum, though. So with that, that's kind of what we wanted. We did rise back up from that, too small. And we entered our grace period, where we will remain immune from any problem. So that was what we needed. We gained back in there. And now the hope is that with the Alliance, we won't be kind of fighting against these three, which hopefully give us a little bit more momentum in terms of basically not having as many people to have to fight to get into the rankings. We want to move up into where are we? We're Tri-State. So for regional battles, with Lucha, Ring of Honor, Chikara, CZW. We don't have to worry about MLW. I don't think we have to worry about Evolve. Actually, Evolve might be one. No, Evolve we don't have to worry about. We do have to worry about MLW. So we basically remove one from the issue. We don't have to worry about Evolve. We still have to worry about NXT, CZW, MLW, Chikara. So our goal is kind of to move, I think, to this. This is going to be hard to dismount. Number 5 here. Lucha's interesting that it's still so number 1 here. Maybe we can find some people that they have that we can remove. What the hell? Sting is in... Okay. Sure. I think everyone's going to be way too much money for us. Could grab him. White Rabbit could be grabbed too. Cage is way too much money. Because we could probably kind of bump off of their popularity, try to steal some of their people. It's always an option, but probably actually can't do it here from what we're looking at. That's fine. So that's who we have to fight. We have a plan, and we did get the small size. We do have a money issue, but we'll deal with it as we get to it. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.